Preparing for First Contact. By the Pleiadians, through Suzanne Lai. Chapter 19, The Inner Stairway Home. Charmin here. I have returned from my last visit to Earth as a normal human. I have learned a lot and wanted to share with you what I have discovered. Of course, many of you on Earth are familiar with what I will say. However, I am hoping that my perception of your current reality may, in some manner, assist you with the many challenges that you are currently facing in your third, fourth-dimensional versions of reality. There are massive changes taking place within the body of dear Gaia, as well as within the hearts and minds of many of her humans. On the other hand, there are many other humans who appear to be going backwards into fears, lies, and deceit, rather than forward into unconditional love and cosmic truth. It is quite common for a reality on the cusp of transmutation to experience this dualistic form of reality. What is occurring is that the inhabitants of Gaia are deciding if they are ready to look deep within to clear their old fears. Once their own fears are consciously acknowledged and forgiven, they can better welcome the new versions of reality that are based on love and unity. During this energetic transition into the next octave of your consciousness, your primary version of reality will shift from day to day. Sometimes your reality will feel this shift many times a day, or even an hour. Many times there will be myriad visions of other realities flying through your awareness faster than you can interpret. Therefore, you will need to remember to go into your inner space. Those who are not ready to make that shift into the next octave of consciousness and octave of reality are becoming aware of that fact. On the other hand, those who are ready for the transition are moving deeper and deeper into the feeling of the next octave of resonance. As you continue your journey, you will find that your external reality is an expression of your own inner reality. Because you have chosen to be among the pioneers to this fifth-dimensional collective reality, you have also placed yourself on the path of ascension. Many of your third and fourth-dimensional realities on Earth are based on finding your individuality, while you also had to learn how to cooperate with each other on a very diverse planet. In this manner, you have learned from your experiences, and are ready to move into the here and now of the fifth dimension. Fifth-dimensional Earth is a very special reality because it is created by the collective of those who have centered their life on assisting with planetary ascension. You all have different faces, names, and live in very diverse cultures and collective expressions of reality. As you move into this octave shift, your consciousness will peek into, and out of, the fifth-dimensional now. Via this peek, you will realize that you are leaving life as you have known it in all of your physical incarnations. You are among the openers who have taken many incarnations on Gaia to prepare others to move into the next octave of reality. The first dimension is an octave of reality. The second dimension is an octave of reality. The third, fourth dimension is an octave of reality, and the fifth dimension is much like a master octave. A master octave is one in which you will move into a totally different operating system. You all initiated your own journey in the higher dimensions, and each of you have stories of how you stepped down your frequency enough to occupy your third-dimensional vessel. When I, Charmin, first entered a physical vessel, it felt like I had hit a rock. You, the openers, have volunteered to remember your higher expression of self, consciously connect with the resonance of your multidimensional self and open fifth-dimensional portals of light as you, also, ground them in the core of Gaia. What you are actually opening is the frequency portals that flow between Gaia's higher dimensional expressions and into the core of her third-dimensional planet. As you give this service to Gaia, you will be giving yourself that same experience. You are ready for the octave jump from your first through fourth-dimensional operating system of time and space into the fifth-dimensional operating system of here and now. You feel this shift in resonance by experiencing and knowing that something, and you may not know what, is greatly changing. You may not exactly understand what is changing or how it will change, but many of you are prepared to follow that flow of the ever-expanding shifts into higher and higher frequencies of resonance. Some of you have not yet realized that you are multidimensional beings, yet you are still determined to expand your consciousness beyond the brewing storm of chaos that precedes all change. You, the brave portal openers, are prepared to fully experience the mounting chaos that always accompanies a shift in frequency, such as the transition that Gaia is now experiencing. Therefore, I wish to assist you to retrace your journey from your higher self and into the earth vessel that you are now wearing. Please remember that you are going back to the beginning to find exactly where you are now. As you go through this process, you will begin remembering your own, personal inner stairway. This stairway is not made of wood, bricks, stone, or any other physical matter. This stairway is built of your OWN states of consciousness. You took this inner stairway every time you were born and every time you return to your higher dimensional self. This inner stairway begins at the top of the stairway when you began your long journey down into birth. Let us begin within the now that you took your current earth vessel. Descension into form before your ascension back to light. Your inner stairway begins within your crown chakra and completes when you are fully grounded in your first chakra, as well as the body of Gaia's planet Earth. 7th crown chakra, interdimensional mind. As you began your interdimensional journey into physical form, your multidimensional mind revealed your inner stairway back home. 6th brow chakra, interdimensional third eye. As your multidimensional consciousness entered your third eye, your multidimensional perceptions guided you to choose your present reality. 5th throat chakra, interdimensional creative expression. As you fully awakened your throat chakra, your interdimensional communications guided you during your journey into your third dimensional expression of self. 4th heart chakra, interdimensional love and healing. As you allowed your heart chakra to guide you, you could remember the great healing power of unconditional love. 3rd solar plexus, inner third, 4th dimensional power. As you fully accepted your own multidimensional power, your 3rd, 4th and 5th dimensional powers came online to rule your earth vessel. 2nd sacral plexus, birth and rebirth. As you entered the womb of the mother whom you had chosen to create your earth vessel, you remembered the interdimensional laws of birth and rebirth. 1st root chakra, connection to your mother planet. As you remembered your pre-birth promise to bond with Gaia, you vowed to protect your mother planet Earth. Unfortunately, somewhere in the process of growing up, many of you forgot your true self and became just human. We now happily and proudly remind you that you chose your current earth vessel so that you could connect again with your true self, so that you could assist Gaia with her planetary ascension. Through the great interdimensional knowing of your multidimensional mind, you made this decision so that you could more intimately participate in the process of planetary ascension. You prepared for your participation with Gaia's planetary ascension by taking many incarnations on the body of Gaia to assist her during her many challenges since the fall of Atlantis. Some of you worked to assist Gaia through the great challenge of the fall of Atlantis by taking an earth vessel on Atlantis during that era. Of course, many of you who chose to take a body within that now of the fall of Atlantis, had already experienced many incarnations there. In fact, most of you who chose to incarnate on Atlantis had already, that is, within time-based thinking, taken at least one incarnation on Lemuria. To be more precise, most of you who chose to assist within this now of planetary ascension also participated in the early realities of Lemuria, in what you now call the Pacific Ocean, as well as Atlantis, in what is now called the Atlantic Ocean. Many of you entered Gaia during her early societies formed by the Pleiadians, Sirians, and Andromedans. Some of our Arcturian family were still wearing a form then, and we also experimented with life on Earth during Gaia's earliest eras in which she was only inhabitable for 4th, 5th dimensional beings. When we first came, the mantle still surrounded the planet like a huge fishbowl. While the mantle was still intact, Earth was very safe and the temperature was always controlled to fit the needs of the inhabitants. Within that now, the different inhabitants chose different areas and created a weather system that was consistent with their homeworld and our mothership. Most of the motherships remained in a distant orbit, so that the early explorers to Earth could visit their home on the ship whenever they desired. These beings were all in full control of their own multidimensional minds and continually functioned from what you would now call the seventh, crown chakra. While functioning via their multidimensional minds, they could consciously remember, perceive, communicate, and interface with many realities. They had this ability because their consciousness was fully multidimensional, and they could consciously communicate with all dimensional expressions of their self within the now of the One. Because of the multidimensionality of their consciousness, they could experience myriad realities within the same now. Many of you are among the ones who first populated Gaia, and many are relatively new to life on planet Earth. Some of you returned to Gaia because you knew that she needed you during her now of transmutation into her next octave of reality. Some of you came to experience a planet on the cusp of transmutation into the next octave, and all of you came to assist Gaia. Some of you forgot your pre-birth contract to assist with planetary ascension, but more of you have remembered your agreement life, after life, after life. You are now eager to assist Gaia because her rebirth labor pains are beginning. You can see that reality on third, fourth dimensional Earth is in great flux, and you wish to return to assist the inhabitants of Gaia to create their own inner stairway home. As you each remember the 7 stairs of ascension, you will remember the manner in which you promised to assist with Gaia's planetary ascension. As you fulfill your promise to Gaia, you will also fulfill your promise to yourself to remember yourself and remember the reason for this incarnation. You are honored to be able to assist Gaia within this great moment, and Gaia is honored to have your assistance. Once your pre-birth contract is fulfilled, you will join Gaia as she transmutes into her 5th dimensional light body planet. We Pleiadians, Arcturians, as well as myriad other members of your galactic family, send you unconditional love and violet fire to assist you during your great journey home. Blessings to you all, Charmin and your celestial and galactic family.